Hey everybody, it's Joy Packard. It is a beautiful but hot Friday afternoon, or yeah, I guess it's afternoon now. I just wanted to get on here and say a quick hello to you. It's been an amazing morning. I've been for the last several days been doing a lot of hurricane disaster relief efforts, and even though it's not like physically going and mucking homes and things like that, it's connecting people together who need some assistance. So it's really awesome. It's really awesome to connect these kind of people. And so, being involved in a hurricane, even though we were not affected with our home, it's being around everybody else who was, and seeing that, I guess, devastation, and being able to do something about it. One of my favorite quotes is the one that you see in my caption, where it basically says, if you don't like something, you can change it. You're not a tree. I always say that to my kids. And it's one thing that I live by, and it's like who I am as a person. It's like whenever we see things, when we see things that are not the way that we want them to be, whether it's in our business or in our relationship or in a hurricane, a situation where we see people who are suffering or, going through things that we don't want them to, we can sit around and, not do something about it, or we can choose to do that. Well, one of the things before I get into that I wanted to talk about, somebody's at my house. Seems like that always happens when I'm on live video. One of the things that I've been really working on, and those of you know that, is my health. I have a lot of things that I love to research, and hold on a second here. There you go. Basically, so I've been having a lot of things, like whenever I go, I have things that whenever I want to learn something, like with my health, and I'm trying to figure it out, it's like, what can I do to fix that, to change that? Because whether it's our health or it's our actual situation, such as maybe it's something that we want to change our financial situation, right? We can sit here and say, I don't have enough. People beeping the horn. I don't have enough, or I don't like my financial situation. I wish I had more money. I wish I felt better. If you're talking about your health, I wish my relationship was better. There's a lot of things that we talk about and we think about, and we don't do anything about it. We just let every day go by and we don't do anything about it. So one of the things that I love to talk about is that if your situation is such that you don't like it, then you have the ability to change it. I know there are certain situations where, yes, whatever situation you're in, it may be difficult, but there's always a way. And lately I've been researching out, I had a knee injury at the beginning of the year, as many of you know who follow me. And, that's caused a lot of issues with my health and, not being able to exercise. And so I've been on the research and on the, on the search for, answers. And it kind of made me think about this thought today that I'm sharing with you. And that is this, is that when you have situations in your life that you want to change, you have the ability to do so. And it's a mindset, and it's something that you can tell yourself that I'm going to figure this out. I'm going to figure out my situation. If I don't feel good, then I need to get to the root of the problem and figure out what is it that might be making me not feel well. And then once you find out the answer, you do something about it. If you don't feel good when you eat a specific food, okay, maybe I shouldn't eat that kind of food, but it's like making the decision to not do so, right? And so it's the same thing in like a relationship. Maybe it's something where you're going through something, whatever it is, and you say, I wish that, my relationship with this person was this way. And we don't even realize that one of the things that can be changed is ourself and changing that situation. But it's a matter of making a commitment to do so, right? And so same thing with our finances. Maybe it's like, we have a 9-to-5 job, and hey Eric, how you doing? And we have a 9-to-5 job and we don't like that. And so we say, man, I really wish, I had more time and more money, more time to do this. And then we just go in and day out, and we continue to live the life that we're living. And that's all the same thing as far as what we read about, where it says, if we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting, right? And that's what I've focused on over the last several years for myself. Like I've been on a journey with my health. I started doing green juice. I started figuring out about collagen with my ligaments and my joints. And it's just so interesting to me that once we make a decision and say, I don't like the way that this is going for me, so I'm going to change it. And I'm going to do whatever I need to do to change it, right? So say like financially, you don't like your job, or you don't like the amount of money that you're making. So Eric, I would love to hear that about, private message me on that. I would love to hear those changes. But yeah, like I'm going to be releasing my first podcast soon. I'm actually going to an event next weekend in San Diego, and it's a fast start, quick start event where you leave with your little icon in the iTunes store or created to put it there, and they connect you with people that can. Hi all, how you doing? It's good to see you on here. And so it's like, that's been a goal of mine that I've always wanted to do, and I've talked about it. And it's almost like, all the events that I go to, it's like it connects me to people who know somebody, right? So this person that is putting on this event is pretty amazing, because he has a course that's out, right? And I, was going to take the course, but instead of doing that, I did the fast track 2-day event. And so instead of waiting maybe 3 to 6 months to release a podcast, we're going to be releasing one hopefully at the beginning or middle of October. So I'm so super excited about that. A lot of people ask me, what are you going to be talking about in your podcast? And I thought a lot about that, and here's the things that are on my mind. And you can comment, private message if you have ideas that you want to talk about. But I've been doing a lot of health searching, so I'm going to be talking about health hacks, biohacking, Amazon, business, basically, like business opportunities, health. I have 8 kids and 8 grandkids. A lot of people ask me, how do you utilize your time to get the best that you can as far as organizing stuff? So we talk about that. And then I'm excited about, that's going to be part of it. E-commerce. We'll be talking a lot about that. We're going to be talking about business opportunities, travel, like how to travel with points, how to travel with your credit cards. We're going to be bringing on some experts with interviews so that, they can share their knowledge with you. I'm just so excited, because I think it's the fastest way to get my message out to you. I've learned that podcasting is amazing. And even though, we do these awesome Facebook Lives and, have email lists and we have different things, that this is the one thing that has been on my mind all year long, and it's going to happen even before my course is released, right? And so when you have something on your mind, in your heart, something that you've been wanting to do for so long, it's something to write it down, and it's something to talk about it, but it's another thing when you do something about it. And that's what I'm trying to get the message today across to you, and that is, you have the ability to change. You have the ability to change whatever it is that you want to change, whether it's your health, your wealth, your family situation, the way that you eat. I know like 4 or 5 years ago, I wasn't feeling well, and I did some soul searching, and okay, y'all, that will be available on Android as well. The podcast, hopefully, and I know there's some Android apps that you can listen to podcasts, so we're going to be available on all things. So I was researching out, for my health, and I ended up going to a juicing retreat, and it changed my life. And I don't go a day anymore. I try not to without drinking a green juice. And so every single day that you make the decision to make even one small change toward whatever goal that you're wanting to do, you're going that direction. And it's changed my life. Like, one of the things that I do, of course, those of you know, I do Amazon. And I say to myself, before I go to sleep tonight, I'm going to go through my virtual assistant spreadsheet that shows me all of the private label, products that I could buy, right? Or test. And before I go to sleep tonight, I'm making the goal to pick one. Tomorrow, I'll pick to order it and, whatever. So it could be a simple, small changes. So I think that sometimes we feel like the task is so big that we fail to even begin, right? Because we feel that it's so daunting. And so I always encourage you to take the small, simple action steps to change and to change whatever it is. We've been doing a lot of hurricane disaster relief efforts where I'm on all these Facebook groups that connect. This person may have been displaced and not have a home to live in. These people have items to donate, and so you connect them together. And so thank you all. You're so, so nice to say those nice things. And so basically this person has clothes, this person needs them, this size, whatever. And, some people may say, I may not make a difference. One person may not make a difference, but you know what? One person can make a difference. Hey, Rob, how you doing? And so, like, for example, I had some moving boxes because, I have an Amazon business. Somebody who has been displaced from their home with, from the hurricane, that's what they needed. And so they went and picked them up yesterday. And did that make a difference? Yes. So when we say to ourselves, if I go and help with this hurricane disaster relief, my help may not really matter. But one small change, 1 hour of help, one change that we make in our everyday life toward our goals makes a difference. And so it's like, I just think, and I was just talking to my kids about this at lunch, because they said, we've been doing a lot of this and that, and I don't think that my help is going to make a difference. And so that's another topic for another day, or maybe another podcast, but it's the power of one, one action, one thing that we do, one step toward our goal every single day. Drinking one green juice a day has changed my life. Taking one specific vitamin may change my life. Helping one person who's been displaced from the hurricane has changed a life. So whether it be your business, or whether it be a goal, or whether it be just something that you have been wanting to do, that quote that I have in my caption is one of my favorites. And that is, a lot of times we want to do something and then we're just frozen. We don't do anything. And it says on there that, if you want to do something about it, you can. You're not a tree. And I love that. I love that so much. I love it in helping with hurricane disaster relief. I love it to apply to my business. I love it when it deals with teaching my kids, that even one person, one effort that you do makes a difference. And so that is my message to you today. It's like, this thing with my podcast coming up. I'm so excited about it. It's been one action that led to another until it brought me to somebody who could help me. And that's what I encourage you to do also, is because a lot of times we want to do something, and like I said, we don't take that action, right? So it may be that one person that you call, it may be that one person that you talk to, or whatever it is in your family life or situation. It can be changed. And it can be changed by just making the decision that you want to change and that you want to do one thing. So I hope that this has helped even one person in one way. That's what I'm so passionate about, as you know. I do a lot of different things, but one of the things that I'm so, so passionate about is helping other people. And I've really felt the effects of the hurricane people. I always get emotional when I think about the hurricane displaced victims, because I've been dealing a lot with them recently, and we've basically donated a lot of my bamboo pillows that we had for one of my private label products. And to see people who thank you for just even a pillow is so heartwarming. And basically it's just one thing, right? It's just like even somebody who messaged me today who basically bought the pillows from me when I had them and has not been able to sleep because that's what helped her to sleep. And it was like one person. And so, you know, they're going to be coming over to pick up 4 pillows and so that, you know, they can sleep. So I'm so passionate about a lot of things, but one of the things I'm so passionate about is the hurricane disaster relief. As we know, not just Houston, but not just Corpus Christi and Rockport, but Puerto Rico and Florida and, you know, Southeast Texas, where my family's from. One person can make a difference, whether it's through efforts that you're donating, efforts that you're coordinating on Facebook groups, whatever it is. And so I've just been so touched this whole week with the people who I've connected with hurricane efforts, and it's near and dear to my heart. And so I talk about it a lot in my videos because I have seen so many lives changed because of it, and it's because of the efforts of people who are either serving or putting together meal plans for people who are displaced, or homeless people, or people who don't even have a pillow. And so anyway, I encourage you, if you are not involved in that in any way, to do so, whether it's through, you know, all of that, all what I just talked about. And like I say, I usually get kind of emotional about it when I talk about that, because I've been dealing with a lot of hurricane victims this week, and it's touched my life in so many ways to see communities band together to help each other, and seeing our church, you know, going down to Vidor, Texas tomorrow with over 5,000 volunteers, even people flying in to help. So if you think that one thing cannot make a difference, one person, one action, then you're wrong. And so anyway, this video has talked a lot, this Facebook Live has talked a lot about so many different things, and I hope it's helped at least one of you in some way. And I really appreciate your time whenever you share it with me, as I share my thoughts from my heart. And those of you who are, you know, you know, have podcasts, I'll be releasing the name of my podcast in the next 2 weeks. And I can't wait to share it with you, because I'm so passionate about so many subjects that we're going to be talking about so many awesome things. And I hope it can help you in some way. So, all right, I'm going to continue on with what I'm doing and let you get back to your day as well. And I hope that this has helped you in some way. And I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.